Well, we're in North Oklahoma City in the Edmond area in the estates of Apple Valley Housing Subdivision. And I'd like for you to meet an interesting individual who's kind of become known as an arborist hero. Hi, David. How are you?
Hi, Steve. Nice to meet you.
This is David Yost, who over the years has been really into tree planting and preservation. Now, David, you tell me you've planted over 120,000 trees. Now, part of what you're doing here is preservation. Tell us exactly what you're doing here.
Well, this is a lot that's just been cleared to start a new house on. All that's been done so far is just the actual clearing process. We've only cleared what had to be done to allow access for vehicles around the house site itself. And now we're putting up this tree protection fence so that no vehicles can drive on the root zones, can damage the trees of the ones we want to keep. Right. And hopefully we'll keep all construction traffic and the mess out of the area that's going to be the tree preservation part.
Now, David, I found it interesting. How long did it take you to come and put up this kind of barrier?
Well, it certainly isn't high tech, but it's amazing how effective it is. It took us less than 3 hours, probably two and a half hours, two guys and one helper.
Right. And in the long run, you tell me you feel like this really pays off, don't you?
Yeah, I really think it does. I think it'll be amazing how much better this lot will look when the house is finished, and I think people looking at the house will appreciate this too. It does a lot of good, plus it's good for the builder's image.
Now, of course, we've always been advocates on Oklahoma Gardening of trying to preserve and protect trees like this by this very method. But if we do a reality check, David, tell us, you know, working with the builders and everything, it's a little bit different. Tell us your experience with that.
Well, you know, when I'm completely in control, until I sell a lot, I can do what I want to do. Once you sell a lot to a builder, you have to have some willingness and cooperation on the part of the builder. And I suggest that when a homeowner is having a home built, that he have an understanding with the builder that he's going to continue with the tree preservation program that we've undertook from the beginning of the subdivision. Right. In other words, the homeowner can have a big impact on the builder, but most builders are also trying to do a good job. Right. But building a house is a mess, Steve. There's 60 different people out here working on this house.
And so many people involved again. Now, you kind of told me a funny story real quickly about saving this one tree. What happened with that one?
Well, I was standing out with the street talking to my engineer, and the bulldozer operator was lined up. I mean, he had a bead on that tree, and he was moving toward it with his blade up. And I did this and ran across and yelled at him, and he stopped literally about a foot from it. But the tree is out of the area that we had to clear, as it turned out, and I could see somebody's grandkids in that tree someday.
Right. And I think that's part of it, you know, advocating tree preservation, and you've obviously built up a great reputation for that. Tell us about one of your awards that you've received recently.
Well, I was totally surprised last year to be chosen as the Conservationist of the Year in the state of Oklahoma, but I guess the award that, the national award was the Global Relief for New Communities Award that our original Apple Valley was given in 1983. It was the third in the nation and the first in the state.
Right. And again, that's for your endeavors of tree preservation. Now, you also have a tree farm where you grow tree seedlings and plant them after construction, right?
Yeah, most of our trees are not planted on site. We had two small tree farms in Apple Valley, and we'll have a little one here. But we've planted over 100,000 in our Hare area, in the Hare area where we have other growing sites and farms and so forth.
Right. Now, you've also talked about tree shelters and tree belts. What's the purpose of that area, too?
Well, a tree belt or a tree shelter acts as a windbreak. It acts as a visual barrier between a street or a commercial area or something.
And really, David, it's all just to make the people's enjoyment and living in their home more pleasant, and as you and I know, to improve the value of their home, too.
It does that, but if people will start planting trees, they'll find that it's just like raising or something. It's just a lot of fun. It's easy to do.
Well, David, we appreciate being able to come and experience this with you, and we want to say keep up the good work.
Well, thanks a lot. It's my pleasure and my privilege. Thank you.